What's up, everybody? Today I'm gonna be doing a video on a bunch of questions that I had based on my boy Kojo here. The first question is, when did I get Kojo? And I got Kojo in May 2020. It's 2026 now, so I've had him 6 years, and he was 2 years already when I got him. He'd be 8. Yeah, he'd be 8 now. Well, he'd be almost 8 actually, because his birthday's in September, so next month he will be 8 years old. The next question is, why did I get him? At the time I got him, didn't really have a lot of friends, didn't really go out of the house much, felt like I needed a companion, you know, pet. Everything that I felt like I was missing, I felt like was right here within this dude. What breed is he? He is an American Bully. There is some micro, there's standard, and there's XL, but he's a standard. He's a standard bully. Next question is, we got kind of more into his personality. Question was, what is a consistent mood that he's in? When I got him when he was younger, he was real playful, obviously. He's still super playful even though he's older. He's active when he wants to be. When I get him out, he's active. Other than that, he's super good. He was really easy to train, I can say that too. That was another question. And I will say that it helped a lot if you have another dog around that you've already worked with. I did work with him a lot on my own, and there was a lot that I taught him, but at the time he was also around my dad's dog, so he learned a lot from her as well. For sure, having another dog around helps. They kind of learn as a group, as a pack, I would say. Is he good with other animals? I would say for sure he's good with other dogs. He's good around cats if you know, tell him, hey, knock it off. But I would say he is one of the, I'm not gonna sugarcoat things, I would not trust him around a cat, straight up. And that's just me being a responsible dog owner. He's got that look in his eye that when he looks onto it, that he wants it. But like I said, if you tell him, hey, you know, get off him, he's gonna listen. He's not a crazy dog to where you can't control him. But yeah, on his own, I would most definitely watch him around certain animals and small animals, because that is something that I don't think is talked about enough with these breeds of dogs. Typically they're not human aggressive, they're more animal aggressive, and what that means is they're more likely to attack another animal before they are likely to attack a human, child, toddlers, all the kind of stuff that you hear about. Those are really, in my opinion, extreme cases when the dog has not been treated like it should have been. They weren't training it. And you know, I think that at the same time, it doesn't always have to be a situation of abuse. It could also be a situation of just not paying attention to your dog, not training your dog, not talking to your dog, teaching it the boundaries. So that's very important. And that's how I got him to be so chill, is I taught him the boundaries that I wanted to have with him. No messing in the house, obviously, tearing into the trash. He doesn't chew up shoes, he doesn't chew cords, and I never really had that issue with him at all, ever. The other question I had, does he like inside or outside better? And I would say it's kind of a 50-50. It's like with us, he gets too hot, he gets too cold. The older he's got, the more he likes to be in the house. He's just a little bit lazier now, so he likes to be in the house at this point. But you know, when he was younger, he would like to be out more, I would say, for sure. The thing about these dogs that I would like to know is what makes these dogs different. If you know anything about the bully lines, then you would know that they were crossed. They wanted some traits of the pit bull, whether it be the looks, but they wanted to tone it down. They wanted to make it to where you could have a house dog. And with him, what I've seen, that's exactly what I've got. Been with him in numerous situations. I will say though, for sure, he is like really human reliant. So if you move to a new place or anything like that, he could freak out. And I've had that situation 100% where he's kind of got nervous, but after he knows where his home is and he's good there, there's no worries. I don't never worry about him. Next question was, how often do I feed him? I feed him one bowl with like 3 scoops in it a day. Right now, he kind of eats it when he wants to, and I don't really push it because, as you can see, doesn't look skinny, he doesn't look super overweight. He's like right where he needs to be. Come here, boy. Yeah, he's got his good, happy, healthy weight. But another thing about him is I did not buy him. As y'all can see right here, he was adopted. I adopted him when I was in Atlanta and I was going to school, and I adopted him from, actually I was looking for a friend's dog, and I stumbled upon him on the Paw Boost app, which is actually really funny. It's where people post their lost or stray dogs, and I seen he was there. He looked real helpless, and I thought, that's the same exact type of dog that I would like to have. So reached out to him, got him. We met at, I think it was the Mall of Georgia, and as soon as he hopped out of the vehicle, he came right to me. and it was just like written out of a story or something. It was meant to be. So he's been really, really cool. He used to tear into trash when I first got him because I didn't teach him. He didn't know the boundary, like I said, and he was probably assuming he was never going to be fed again. But after he realized that the food's always going to be pretty much left down for him, he doesn't stress as much. The next question I have, health issues or concerns. The issues or health concerns that I do have would be just, they're all kind of natural that he gets older. You know, as dogs get older, you see loss of vision, you see that their joints and stuff can slowly not move like they used to. But for right now, the biggest concern that I see with him is just his loss of vision. But other than that, he's not had any health concern. He's had some scrapes and some cuts here and there, but they've never got to the point to where I've had to take him to the vet ever. He's always let me manage him. But other than that, what do others think of him is the next question I had. A lot of people, when they first see him, they're intimidated by him. They're very intimidated by him. And it could be because of his size, it could be because he looks so muscular, it could be because of the ear crop, and everybody automatically assumes that the dogs with the ear crops are fighting dogs or whatever. Once they get to know him, they realize immediately, like, this is probably the most friendly dog I've ever been around. Very well trained. He don't never do nothing too crazy. Is he good with kids? Yes, he's actually really good with kids. He doesn't jump over the little ones. He's never bitten a kid or another person ever in the time that I've had him. He's really good with kids. Can he be left alone? This kind of ties back into like what I was saying earlier. He can be left alone after he's established where his home is. The best thing to do with these type of dogs, in my opinion, if I were to recommend it to somebody else, is crate train them. He was not crate trained when I first got him. I put him in a crate. He don't like it. He doesn't really give me a constant need to put him in a crate. So I don't really force it on him like I would the other dogs, because the other dogs, they kind of need it. Next question I had, why did I choose this breed? I would say that I chose his breed in specific because he met all the checkpoints for what I was looking for in a dog. I like the way he looked, really good in the house. He was everything that I wanted. Are the sacrifices you've had to make to keep this dog worth it? Yeah. You know, I've been through a lot of ups and downs with him. I've went through a lot trying to keep him, but he's been with me, you know, at my highest. He's been with me at my lowest, so I would not do anything differently. It was worth it to me. What would I change in future generations of his? So I think this means in his generations, like if I were to breed them down, what all I would want differently. I think that the blue bullies are really cool. If I could try to breed him down into the blue or have a color blue, that would be cool. What's the worst situation I had with him, and have I ever questioned giving him up? Well, to answer this question, I would say the worst situation I've been in him or with him is I have straight up been homeless with this dude, trying to keep him while living in a hotel. And you know, he didn't tear the hotel up, like I said. It was kind of a hard time to try to keep him, but I knew at the end, whether it was probably like 100% I shouldn't have done it at the time. Could have made better choices, but I did. I'm cool now, he's cool now. Now he's got his own yard, he's got anything that a dog could want. The best memory I have with him would be all the nights like this when he's just chill, laid up with me, chilling, being a good old dog. Would I adopt him again? 100% I would. If I knew that this was the Kojo that I was gonna have forever, I would, you know, adopt him 100 times again. And would I recommend this breed to anybody else? I would have to say it depends on your personality type. I cannot say that just because the dog breed worked out for me that it would work out for you. A lot of places have breed restrictions on these type of dogs. Me, I just kind of got lucky with my situation. But overall, I would say look into the dog breed. Look into your local areas, what they do allow, and look into your residential area if they, like, does your landlord allow it? And so do your research before just buying a breed because you see that it looks cool. If y'all have any more questions about Kojo, go ahead and leave them below, and I'll try to get to all of them and answer all of y'all's questions. Thank y'all.